Hi everyone, I'm Gord Vaadeland, Sturgeon River Ranch. We're here at the Ness Creek Festival site at the Northern Lights Bluegrass and Old Time Music Festival, and we're here putting up some teepees with my friend Joseph Naytowhow.
Okay, well, first step is selecting your site, and then you protocol. You put your tobacco down to that spot, because that's your communicator, to the higher. What we call them grandfather sometimes and grandmother. Put the tobacco down and ask them to bless this spot, or ask them to protect this spot, and then you take your first 3 poles, tie them together. And the Crees, they put them together like in a line, like three trees on the ground, and you tie those up independently. It's really strong. And there's a certain way of lifting them up, and then you pull one out and you cross the ones in the back. And the way, and it creates a spiral on top, so you have 3 on one side, 3 on the other side, 3 on the other side. The one that we put up here, Dakota style, is same way, except you have 2 crossing, and then you lift them up this way. One person can cross these back ones here. Cross them back here, and then you put 3 on each one, but on top rather than outside of the poles, like this one here that you've done.
Yeah.
That's Cree style. Nihiawak. And so that one here, it's fairly easy to put up for if you're a single individual. So you put up 3 or 3, so you have a long rope. For this one here, you go around once each time the pole is put on. And there are meanings specific to this one here that have been adopted by the 5 nations in Saskatchewan. For example, the first one would be like Nanahi Tamoin, like obedience. Learning to listen, obeying. Major one, that's where I'm at. I don't know the rest of them. So learning to obey their Gord. So that's one, and you could do teachings in there. And then once you finish putting it up, like this represents the sky basically, and then earth is what you lie on, right? That's what you're lying down on. That's the Mother Earth, and then there's Father Sky, which is the covering itself. And it's also a symbol of the woman's dress, and inside are all the children. All the children are inside, and all the teachings go inside there from the women's teachings, and also the elders for the more special teepees that are blessed, with a pipe ceremony and sweetgrass. Like if you just wanted to use that as a traveling, friendship teepee, and you wouldn't do much to it, you just put it up and just say this is whoever wants to use it. But if you wanted to use it more for spiritual purposes, then you would do the proper thing and you'd have a pipe ceremony, give an elder tobacco, they'd pray in there, have the teepee blessed, and then they would smudge inside and then the outside and clockwise.
Okay.
So that's basically what would happen. And women were the ones who used to put it up.
I can see why. That makes perfect sense to me.
It takes men a little longer.
Yes, it does. Sometimes 2 or 3 tries.
A few men, right?
Yeah.
Rather than one woman. But traditionally, the women look after the teepee in the sakpatsiganac, those are lacing pins, right? Those ones here? Yeah, those buttons. But sometimes they represent each month.
Okay.
Each month of the year. And 9 of them represents, of course, 9 years at the womb.
Okay.
The child is in the womb. And these other ones, I'm not sure, they call them sometimes fasting.
The ones around the outside.
Yeah, the chiskigokana, so fasting stakes. And the poles inside, of course, are all teachings about good child rearing, honesty,
like family values,
faith, happiness, love, all those ones.
Well, thanks, Joseph. We're a little bit better at doing this today than we were at the start of today. That's excellent. So, and it looks good in the end. I think it was well done. So
I think the Dakota would be proud.
Yeah, I hope so. Anyways, I hope so, and I hope the ladies will be proud too, because seeing they're the ones that would normally do this. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.